Thanks again for joining my YouTube channel. Today we will be moving into episode number 4 in the interview prep for a data analyst using ChatGPT. So start off again, I've got my resume attached. Okay, and today we're going to be looking at the long-term prospects of a data analyst as we move into technological advancement and automation in the future with the implementation of AI, how that will potentially change the role. So, if I'm looking at setting myself a target here for something to work towards, because this is important when you go into an interview, you want to know if there's progression within the enterprise or company to further hone and develop your skill sets long term. And you want to make sure that you're getting the right um, sort of learnings from the role that will set you up for success in the future. If you're just doing sort of a repetitive based task and you're not getting any better, or you're getting resume experience, which will help you to the next role, but to have that technical skill set that is going to be in high demand in the future will command a higher income. Okay, so we're just going to get into it here. So I'm going to say, based on my current resume, what skills would I need to acquire in the future, acquire over the next data analyst or business intelligence roles to be successful in this field, um, and move into understanding AI in the future. Okay, so it's calculating this now for me. So, all right, so technical skills to build from here, advanced data analysis and engineering. So develop skills in Python libraries, NumPy, Pandas, scikit-learn for data manipulation and machine learning. Learn SQL optimization and database management to handle large data sets effectively. Familiarize yourself with cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud for scalable data solutions. Okay, so this is the engineering piece. Machine learning is the next part that I want to work on. So, straight away, we want to know, ideally, you want to work with businesses who are open to um, this type of automation within the company, in at least in the future. Or better yet, there's people within the business that are already doing this type of work that you can learn from when stepping into the next role. If you can't find that, then that's okay. You can always rip out a Coursera-based certificate or another form, or go and find a mentor to learn these skills from, or start watching some YouTube videos, banging out a couple of hours a week just on Python libraries, SQL optimization, and machine learning to keep working on those skills there. Um, so basically, what this is saying is that there still is value developing skills in Python libraries. Because I guess what's going to happen in the future is we are going to see AI, developing the code and telling you what sort of syntax or code you need to write in, but you still need to be able to, import the library within Python, and then you just get a little bit of help with the code, and you've got to understand what the library does. So I guess it's more about developing those skills on understanding what it does, and what it is, and then the how part you can learn from AI by saying, okay, how do I do this? And then you learn the how once you know what the what is. As long as you have that curiosity to learn and keep developing. So big data tools are going to be big in the future too. So tools like Apache Spark, Hadoop, or Snowflake for processing and analyzing big data. So, when we move into those sort of tools, that's very much data science, and sort of data engineering based tools that are a much higher level. But it just takes a little bit of time to build that. But now we have tools like ChatGPT and Gemini. We can use these tools to help us find the answers and how to do things faster. It's just about learning what it is, what it does, what you're trying to do and achieve. Data governance and security, That's becoming a big one, especially with cybersecurity being one of the main sort of global issues at the moment. More and more businesses are really trying to secure their data storage to sort of ensure that there's no crime or leaking of company data or in the form of clients or customers. So it's an area that is emerging and really important. This can be linked back into row level security with data analytics and business intelligence tools in Power BI, for example. For a client, you're sharing a dashboard, you might set up some row level security so that they can only see a certain part of it. Same in the business, you might have the executives viewing, say, 70% of let's say the executives viewing 90% of the dashboard, and then 80% the people in lower level positions, because there might be some sensitive data in there that shows a decline in a certain area within a business that could potentially make an employee a little bit less motivated to do their work. Sometimes, ensuring that you're only showing the parts of the data and the interpretations and insights in the business that certain people or stakeholders need to see is a very important part there with the data governance piece. AI integration and business intelligence. So we're going to see more automated insights and forecasting as AI really takes off in Power BI and Tableau, and that keeps improving. So that will be quite a handy tool for predictive analytics in the future. And then, soft skills, obviously, stakeholder communication, focusing on the storytelling, when using visualizations, cross-functional collaboration. So that's collaborating well with AI engineers and data scientists and understand how all your roles integrate together to support the broader team and the broader machine learning goals of the business. So, and then obviously continuous learning is important. So, yeah. And then you sort of go through, there's a few more certificates there that you can do. And then you can sort of also explore some hybrid roles where you do data analytics. And you might do like a bit more of an AI data analyst based role as well, where you're implementing more automated AI based solutions within your data analysis work. So that shows you, a way forwards from there. So I'm just going to do one more here for this video. So what we're going to look at next is I'm just going to ask a question to ChatGPT now. So over the next 10 years, where will data, where will, what will happen to data analyst roles with the implementation of AI? Okay. So everyone who sort of goes, oh, look, these roles are going to be disappear because a data analyst role can be automated. What it is, I mean, I'm sure that there will be businesses out there that think they can do it without a data analyst, but what a data analyst role will do is with AI, it will allow the data analyst to produce a lot more work for the business than what they could previously. So if we go back to say, 10 years ago to 2015, a data analyst, you know, pre Power BI, say they were just doing, analysis on Excel using pivot tables and that sort of thing. And all their cleaning would have been done through the Control H and the conditional formatting um, and now we've sort of, and if they were very advanced, they might use scripts and macros to sort of automate some tasks, and that would have been a high performer. Now, what we're seeing business intelligence tools like Power Query, Power Pivot, and obviously Power BI, and that's all come in, and that's just changed the way that we work with a data analyst would work with data because you have business intelligence tools built into Power BI. So you can just have a data source that's connected to Power BI. You can extract through the pipeline automatically clean, transform, and load and build a dashboard all in one system there. So, it's really sort of changed that whole process. Whereas, um, in Excel now for an analyst, you're looking at cleaning the data through Power Query, and um, and that's a lot quicker. You can connect and amalgamate workbooks at a much faster rate as well, and then use Power Pivot to connect through schemas to draw interpretations, and you can and you sort of have that those insights there at the tip of your fingers at a much faster rate. So what this will do is this will just automate and allow analysts to produce more work. The analysts that don't learn the new skills will sort of be sort of left behind a little bit, and the guys that take on and keep learning and keep building and move with the times will get better and better. So basically here, just coming back to the question, automation of routine tasks is going to be a big one here. So that's sort of what I was just sort of talking about. AI-driven ETL pipelines. So we'll see more efficient data pipelines, extract, transform, and load. As you see, Power BI and Tableau starting to get more sophisticated with AI. Um, Generating routine and dashboards and reports, simple statistics analysis and trend identifications. And this will result in analysts will spend less time on these tasks and more on strategic-based analysis. So basically, analysts will probably develop skills and become more strategic and may have more time to sort of look at the business's problems and solving that problem. So maybe we'll see a transition where data analysts need to have a higher level of critical thinking skills and business understanding and understanding around economic indicators to drive business decision making than just sort of performing insights around a simple data set. So you might see data analysts having a little bit more say, I guess, or working on some higher level based tasks. Um, so shift towards advanced analytical skills. So demand for AI augmented analytics. Analysts will need to understand and interpret AI generated insights, moving beyond descriptive analytics to predictive and prescriptive analytics. So this moves into more the data science sort of aspect and a higher level of statistical analysis once we start looking at descriptive analytics, predictive and prescriptive. New tools, AI embedded BI tools. So, AI capabilities for these for Power BI and Tableau, as I mentioned. Analysts will need to be proficient in leveraging these tools to extract deeper insights. It's all mentioned. And then, sort of the greater importance. Text, video, and social media will also be used. So, there's some of that unstructured based data, even semi-structured data, all that will be used to draw insights. So, a marketing team might start using more social media based data, videos, photos, and that data will be sort of transformed into insights to drive business sort of revenue and to determine where the marketing team needs to focus their attention a little bit more. So that'll be sort of quite exciting. Even now, there's still a little bit there, but it's sort of in the more advanced data analyst sort of space and machine learning. Still very new. Integration of AI and data science. So, upskilling, knowledge of Python, R, and machine learning techniques will become essential for competitive analysts. So spending a little bit of time just learning that, is going to be important because, as it says, the line between data analyst and data scientist will be blur. So, we're going to, I guess, with automation, the thing is, if you're a lower level analyst, what's to say that the business just wants to save some money? They can just get a data scientist who, maybe has a degree in computer science to perform all the tasks that the team of 4 analysts that were sort of sitting underneath him were doing before through implementing AI and automating those tasks. And the business is happy. They give him an extra 50K salary. So now he's making 250. They've laid off the four guys making, you know, between 100 and 150K. And, that is now kind of the business has now saved 500,000 there, um, straight off the bat just from automating tasks. And there's things that could very much happen like that. An example of this could be I'll use accounting. So with accounting, we went from a system where it was just a manual based ledger, say in the 1970s, 1980s, keeping, they just did it all on a ledger, and you might need 30 accountants to produce what an accountant in, say, 2010 could perform on a Excel spreadsheet. Or it might have been 3 to 5 accountants could produce on an Excel spreadsheet in a day. You might need 30 doing a book ledger to produce the same amount of work. Then we saw applications like Xero, for example, and then maybe 2 gun accountants could perform that work on Xero, same amount of work on Xero than the 30 guys could in a day doing the manual ledger. So, or the 3 to 5 guys could on Excel. So, with automation, uh, it's it's very kind of you want to try and work towards learning and developing your skill set, because if you don't, I guess it places you at the biggest risk of being made redundant in your field. Um, so yeah, just something to probably keep in mind there. Also open to your comments and questions below. If you think something different to me, I'm open to having a bit of a look into it and having a discussion. So, yeah, coming down here now, just going to finish off on these last two opportunities in emerging fields. So, all ethics and governance. So, ensuring AI systems are fair, unbiased, and aligned with ethical principles, real-time analytics, growing use of IoT, and streamlining data will require analysts to process and act on data in real time. So that'll be pretty cool, streamlining data to business intelligence tools, having automatic updates, and management will, or senior managers and the executives will have automatic updates on what's happening on all the different functions around the business, as far as the data goes. And the software engineers will be developing the software, and you'll have all the different areas of the business, so sales, marketing, procurement, um, you know, uh, governance. Everyone will have their data in their little section of the business, and customer service, and that'll all go into a software that will then be streamlined with a business intelligence tool, that will keep dashboards updated so businesses seniors in businesses can make informed decisions quite quickly. So that will be something that will allow businesses to work quicker and make much more informed based decisions. Um, so new challenges and risks just before we finish up here. Um, Job polarization, entry-level data analysts roles may decline as automation handles simpler tasks. However, advanced roles that combine AI knowledge and business strategy will grow. Okay, so that's basically what I said before there, kind of at a bit of a risk if you're a lower level data analyst, but if you can get yourself to a higher standard, um, this opens up the possibility of significant value creation and adding to businesses. Um, Organizations will demand higher data literacy across roles. Analysts will be educators and advocates for data-driven culture. So that's something that I'm pretty excited for. I think, over the next 5, 10 years, what's going to happen is we're going to see this data-driven culture where businesses shift from making decisions based on emotion to basing decisions based on logic and data-driven decision making. I mean, there's an argument to say that, maybe this might upset some people. This could it could be considered a lack of empathy at times. Um, but, I think from a logical standpoint, this is very exciting for increasing business growth, and long-term prosperity. So let me know your thoughts there. I'll sign off and leave that for today. If you like this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button or the thumbs up.